Hello everyone, I'm Matt Brisboy with the City of Newport Beach Fire Department, and I'm here at Fire Station number 7. This is our 18-month probationary test for all of our rookie firefighters. Today we have 3 probationary firefighters that are finishing their 18-month probation, and they go through a full series of testing at the end of this 18-month process to really test all of their skills, and this is what we're going to be showing you today. We hope you enjoy it. We'll go through a bunch of interviews and take you through on this very windy day. It's the start of our Santa Ana wind conditions. As you can see today, it's the start of the official fire season down here in Southern California. All right, everyone, I'm here with Newport Beach Training Battalion Chief Justin Carr, and Chief Carr is responsible for all of the testing for all of our rookies over their 18-month probationary period. And Chief Carr, these rookies have really gone through a lot, not only to become a Newport Beach firefighter and get selected, but also the entire 18-month process. Can you kind of explain to the public what this test has really led up to?
Yeah, absolutely. These guys started with a 6-week academy where we put them in and trained them in the way that we want things done here in Newport Beach. After the 6 weeks, then we put them on the floor with their first captain, and they learn a lot of the basics. They work through a task book for the next 6 to 7 months, and then they have a midway test, which is about 8 months. They take their 8-month test. After they pass that, they usually switch crews and go to another captain for a rotation with a different look and a different crew. And then that leads them to this, where they've been training for another 7 or 8 months. And here we are at the 14-month test, where this is the culmination of their entire training. So if they pass this test, they're pretty much done with their testing process. And from here on out, they would just be getting through the normal day-to-day, and then they get off their probation at 18 months.
Awesome. Well, and of course, today we hit it on the windiest day perhaps of the year for our 18-month test, but we always have to be ready for any contingencies here in the fire department.
Absolutely. It's fall, and as you know, it's wildfire season. Today it looks like it's kicking off our Santa Ana winds. I'm actually considering canceling the ladder portion of our thing, as they just tried to throw that 35-foot ladder and the whole thing just about flew off. So yeah, here we are. Santa Ana winds.
We'll have to improvise today. Well, thank you, Chief Carr. Thanks for letting us film today. Yeah. All right, everyone, we're here at one of our first evolutions, and I'm here with Newport Beach Training Captain Kevin Tescarino. And Captain Tescarino, you've set up this whole test, and can you kind of explain, this is one of the first evolutions they're going to go through, some of the things we're going to be filming here while they get tested?
Yeah, good morning, Matt. So this morning, they're going to get tested on multiple different evolutions, firefighting evolutions, from EMT, EMS to firefighting. This specific evolution, they're going to pull hose to the standpipes, and a standpipe is used in stairwells that have multiple stories, and it's a way for us to get water to the upper floors. So he's going to first connect to the stairwell. He's going to be doing it with full protective gear, breathing air pack. Then he's going to ascend the stairs up to the 4th floor with bundles, connect to the pipes, which we call the standpipes, and put the hose into operation for firefighting. After that evolution, he's going to come down. It's going to be continuous. Come down, come to the backside of the tower, and perform a search and rescue drill evolution, where there's going to be a victim in there, and he's going to have to pull the victim out on his own, simulating that somebody is either a patient or a firefighter down. And this is all continuous, nonstop, and it's very much real life how we would do it on a real call.
All right. Well, thank you, Captain Tescarino. Let's see how he does.
Okay. So to begin the evolution, Firefighter Gonzalez is going to do a 2-minute drill. The 2-minute drill is the standard that we have for time, where they have to put on their full protective equipment from beginning to end. And you're going to see this happen right now. He's going to be wearing his full uniform, and that's going to transition into full protective gear. So to simulate our smoke and fire in our tower, as you can see, we have these smoke candles, and they produce 40,000 cubic feet of smoke, and they're 3-minute candles. They really minimize the visibility inside of the tower, and it adds that extra stress that you would encounter in a real life call. So as you can see, Firefighter Gonzalez is now in his full protective gear. He's wearing his air pack. Now he's pulling the proper amount of hose to get it connected to the standpipe, which is on the back side of the building. He's doing this with precise measurements, because if he's too short, then he's gonna have to duplicate effort. And we always instruct them to train them to pull extra hose. It's better to pull extra than to come up short.
Hello, my name is Alan Baker with Newport Beach Fire Department. I'm an engineer on Engine 6.6. I'm also a state certified senior instructor for rope rescue. And today we're simulating with the candidates being tested on doing a lowering system. So we do a 2-rope system. We always build in redundancy. So they're doing a 2-rope lowering system and then converting over into what we call 3-to-1 or mechanical advantage to raise the victim and the rescuer back up. And then also we'll be doing some lashing into a Stokes basket in case the patient was non-ambulatory. So our 2 main rescues that we train on are ambulatory victims and non-ambulatory victims.
In this evolution, Firefighter Gonzalez is going to demonstrate vertical ventilation. And vertical ventilation is a type of tactic that we use to let the superheated gases released. So you'll see sometimes on the news, you'll see firefighters on top of roofs. You're probably wondering, hey, what are they doing up there? Well, they're cutting holes to let the fire and the flames out, and it creates more visibility inside the structure, and it also has a higher probability of saving lives if there are victims in there. So in this evolution, you'll see he's going to get started. He's going to go over there to the prop, and then he's going to cut holes with construction and against. So it's 2 different types of ventilation. So let's take a look and see how Firefighter Gonzalez does. Hi, I'm here with the firefighter Paul Cortez. Paul is one of our recruit firefighters that's tested today for his 14-month test. I had the opportunity to meet Paul from the first day that he came on, issued him his uniform, and went through the six-week academy with him. So it's really an honor for me to see him take the next step now as a full-fledged firefighter after this probationary test. Paul, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Once again, my name's Paul Cortez. I'm currently going through my probation period here at Newport Beach Fire Department. The last 14 months have been nothing but a roller coaster of emotions. It's been exciting. It's been challenging. It's definitely been grateful to be here today. Everyone from all the crews around Newport Beach have been nothing but helpful to us. It's been a pleasure to have served the students of Newport Beach for the past 14 months. The city is awesome. I feel honored to be working here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
All right, everyone, I'm here with Javier Gonzalez, and Javier is one of our rookie firefighters here that's just completing his 14-month test. Now, Javier, you've had a really exciting first year this year. You got to go up on the largest wildland fire in the history of the state, the Mendocino Complex Fire. And so how has the last 14 months been for you getting through all this probation and all the stuff? It's a lot of things thrown at you here in the first 14 months.
It really has been. They train us a lot. They expect a lot of us, but that's good. And we've been working really hard on refining all our skills and getting really good at performing at any moment's notice. And here we are. We're getting a chance to demonstrate all our skills, and we're super excited to get through this test and get settled.
Yeah, a lot of nerves today getting through the final test. I'm sure you're gonna be really happy to get through this and get really back and getting everything settled for the rest of your career here in Newport Beach.
Yeah, absolutely. Test is going good so far. They give us some good practical exams, good written tests, and I think we're doing really well so far. We're excited, and we're just happy to be here. We're really grateful.
Great. Well, good luck, Javier, on the last evolution of your test. Thanks. All right, everyone. I'm here with our division chief, Kristen Thompson, and Chief Thompson's responsible for all of the medical training for all of our fire and lifeguard personnel. And today, Chief Thompson, we have our 3 rookies that are going through and finishing, and one of the evolutions is an EMT station. Now, our firefighters and all of are all EMTs, and they have to go through extensive training throughout the year, but obviously medical calls are such a huge component of our response, and the training must be really difficult for you to keep up with because it's constantly evolving, constantly changing. You're constantly having to train our personnel, but how they respond to these calls is really important. So can you highlight to the public here some of the important things that we're really looking for when they come and do medical calls here in our community?
So in general, when we, as Matt said, we generally have about 85% of our calls have a medical aid component, and all of our firefighters are responsible for keeping up on their EMT skills. They are retested every 2 years by state requirements, and so part of their 14-month test is they have to do EMT skills. They have to pass. They actually can fail out of our probationary period if they don't pass their EMT, so it's a huge component of their testing.
And it's a huge component of their training for their entire firefighter career. They're doing this.
It's ongoing. Yes. Yep.
All right, well, we'll let you see how this test goes here with Javier again. All right, thanks.
So you're working on Newport Engine 65 and you're responding to a multi-vehicle TC. The incident has already been declared an MCI and is well underway. Upon your arrival, you're assigned to a patient that has already been triaged. Triage tags on him. The patient was ejected from a vehicle. You are told that, and like I said, there's no paramedics assigned to this patient right now, so it's just you and your partner.
Okay.
He's lying in the middle of the street.
Okay. As I approach my patient, I want to make sure that I got my PPE on and the scene is safe. Traffic is blocked off. I can see that I have my one patient I've been assigned to. No need for additional resources. ALS is already en route. We're going to consider C-spine right away, so as soon as we get to the patient, I want you on C-spine, please. Okay. No need for extrication. As I approach my patient, I want to get a general impression. Do I see any life threats right away?
So the thing you notice right off the bat is he's breathing fast and shallow.
Okay, can you use the jaw thrust maneuver to keep his airway open? Just keep his head stable in line and minimize movement to the spine, okay? So I'm taking a look at the tag here. We got an immediate patient. Assessing for overall general appearance. His level of distress appears to be high.
You see little cuts and bruises throughout, but nothing else besides the breathing fast.
Okay, great. I'm going to put him on SpO2 right away, see where what he's standing at. This is going to be a critical traumatic call. We're going to, like I said, maintain C-spine. This is going to be rapid transport. What I want to do, what's his SAT at?
SAT's 90%.
Okay, good. Can you give me another assistant to give me a full set of vitals, including a SpO2, a GCS, and a blood sugar as well, please?
All right, everyone, I'm here again with Division Chief Kristen Thompson. And Chief Thompson, we just kind of filmed the whole interview or the whole scenario that one of our probationary firefighters went through. And can you kind of just explain why we test them on that and the whole purpose of kind of some of the things that he went through so the public can understand it a little better?
Yeah, exactly. So what we just assessed was the scenario was just a trauma patient that we had, and Newport Fire sees hundreds of trauma patients every year, and all of our firefighters and paramedics are highly trained individuals that can do an assessment and treatment for our trauma patients to mitigate any further injury and make sure they aren't injured further.
And it's really important that when they do it, what we were noticing is you really have a protocol for what you want them to go in terms of the order, in terms of their thought process. And if they start going out of order doing things, it not only messes everyone else up on the call who's expecting them to go through a certain set of protocols, correct?
Yes, we have a very defined set of protocols. A lot of them are actually defined at the state level. This is actually a required skill for all EMTs at the state level, and they go through a checklist, and they have to hit all the high points. They can't have any critical fails. It's a pass-fail, but they can't fail any of the critical components of a trauma assessment, because we want to make sure we don't miss anything out there, especially any life-threatening injuries.
Right. And Chief Thompson, I know at the end there we wanted to test on this new transport thing. Can you explain what this is and exactly why we test on it, how unique it is here in Newport that we have these on some of our paramedic units?
Yeah, so our ambulances, our transport units have auto loaders, and these are they're an automatic gurney that helps to save our paramedics and firefighters' backs. And it doesn't do any patient care, but it definitely loads them up for us with minimizing impact to the back.
And it's better, I assume, for the patient as well in terms of consistency and how they get loaded in and out of the back of our ambulances. All right, well, thank you. All right, everyone, I'm here with Newport Beach Firefighter Thomas Thornberry. And Thomas, you just finished all of your 14-month probationary testing here. And I know this year's been a really exciting year for you. You got to go on the Thomas Fire. You got to go on the Mendocino Complex Fire. You had a lot of unique calls here in your first year. So what is it for you, finishing up this process of things in the next 3-4 months and then kind of getting your whole career set here in Newport?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, finishing this test is definitely, a big weight off my shoulders. Moving on into my career of getting my permanent assignment, going on the 2 largest fires in California's history are definitely something that I didn't expect, but being a part of those 2 incidences and gaining that experience is something that I look forward to sharing, and as well as, carrying on in my career.
Well, good luck. Thanks for letting us film today.
Thank you
good
very
luck.
much.
Yeah, so this concludes our testing for our new firefighters that are getting off probation. We're really excited for their future to serve the city of Newport Beach with their training, with their professional development, and we're excited. If you see them out there, don't be afraid to say hi, come up to them and congratulate them, because it's been a long process, a lot of testing, and very well-deserved congratulations. And thank you for tuning in.